What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ant for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would gratefully appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, everybody, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Libra, so we're gonna go ahead and get it poppin'. Shout out Team Libra, and of course shout out to Adriana. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you. As always, everybody, I do want to mention, if you want to get yourselves a personal reading, head over to CancerMoonsTarot.com. The link is in the description below if you would like to book me there. I'm going to say what's up here to some peeps, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So what's going on, Adriana, Kayani, Ruby, what's going on, Alanya, what's going on, Ren, what's going on, Amanda, Bia Bay, Jennifer, what's up, Jennifer Jolly, two Jennifers over here in the chat, what's going on, Alicia, Wendy, Kim, God's anointed daughter, Stacy, how are you guys doing? Adriana said, hey Ant, tell Libra gang something good, please. I feel that the good is coming. I hope so for you. We'll take a look here in a moment. Trish, what's happening? What's going on? Kim, Healing Hearts, hello. Maris, what's going on? Fawn, welcome in, everybody. I do want to say I hope you guys had yourselves a great weekend. Happy Monday, guys, and let's go ahead and get it popping. We're going to start out here with Team Libra, so let's see what's going on here for the lovely Libra gang. Okay, what insight and information do we got popping on through here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on into the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on for you beautiful peeps, please? Messages here for Team Libra. Coming on into tomorrow. What is up here for ya? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Libra, overall energy here for you is going to be the Queen of Cups in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Taking a look here into the current energy, we got here the Queen of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, we got here the Five of Swords, and looking at the outcome, Libra is going to be the Knight of Pentacles in the upright position. So, Team Libra, let's have a look here at you. Hopefully, we're looking at something quite wonderful. Now, first things first, overall energy to the current energy, you got here a Queen of Cups reversed paired here to the Queen of Wands in the upright position. It definitely seems like moving into tomorrow, you're at a point where you're not feeling very emotional, but instead you're feeling very fierce, very sassy in a way. I definitely feel like you're in your confidence space, you're in your power. You look good and you feel good, Libra, is what I'm seeing. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Five of Swords, I also feel like you're in a little bit of a confrontational energy tomorrow. You know what it looks like to me, Libra? I feel like for the past couple days, maybe it was the weekend or maybe it was last week or whatever, but I feel like you were like emotional about something for a little bit, but now it's like the emotions have settled, the dust has settled, and I'm at a point where I'm ready to have confrontation. Now, this doesn't mean that Libra is going to come out guns blazing and be really, you know, crazy or hostile towards somebody, but I feel like the Five of Swords is saying, like, I'm ready to stand up for myself. Like, I was emotional about a situation that happened previously, Queen of Cups reversed. However, I feel confident enough now to speak my truth and to handle business and to confront what I need to, and that is just simply that. So I think that tomorrow definitely seems like quite a confrontational day for you, but it's about you standing up for yourself, especially over something that I do feel had made you emotional previously. Maybe somebody had said something to you previously that had hurt you and you took some time to process it, but now you're ready to have a conversation with them about it. Maybe you went through a situation that was hurtful and now you're ready to talk about it. However it ends up resonating to you, I definitely feel like you're in a confrontational energy, but it's like positive for you. Like, you're speaking your truth, you're standing up for yourself. It's that kind of thing. It's not about you putting anybody down or anything negative, but it's about you making sure that you say what needs to be said. Having a look at the outcome here, Knight of Pentacles here says, you know, slow and steady wins the race. It also says here, however, that sometimes you need to take your time to kind of collect yourself. And I feel like that's very true. I think that when we're initially triggered, it's not always good to react, but it's good to respond. You know, there's a massive difference between reactions and versus responses, right? For example, when somebody says something to you and instantly out of anger, you react, it may not always be the best thing for you to do. But when you take some time to kind of collect yourself emotionally and get to a more reserved space where you feel like you have thought through everything you need to say and then you respond, it always turns out much better. So I feel like your next 24 hours is going to be living proof of a response versus a reaction. Somebody definitely either had done something, said something, etc., that had triggered you previously. However, you're at a point where you feel confident enough to have a conversation, to say your piece, and to move forward in a positive manner. And that's just going to be that. So I like it a lot here, guys. It feels good. You didn't want to act out of a reaction. You wanted to collect yourself and come forth with a response. And I guess somebody here is going to hear Libra Libra's response moving into the next 24, okay? Of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but thank you for tuning in here anyhow. And I think, once again, it's a good way to go about it, right? Reaction may not always be the best, but a response is definitely a good one. So yeah, whatever you need to say here, don't be hesitant to do so. If you need to confront somebody about a situation, maybe your boss, maybe your family, maybe your friends, whatever the case may be, say your piece, Libra. It's definitely going to help rather than bottling it all up, okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, we did start out here with our air signs today, so Libra was the first sign we've read. We're going to jump on into water coming up next. So for the lineup for today, we're going to do air, water, fire, and earth. Getting on into our water, let's have a look here at Team Scorpio and see what we got going on here for you. All right, let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Team Scorpio, what's popping on in here for you, beautiful peeps, coming on into the next 24 hours? Message is showing up here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on in to the next 24. Team Scorpio, we're going to get ourselves already 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on with you, babe. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what we got going on. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be a Queen of Swords. You could be connecting here possibly with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming into the current energy, we got here the Two of Cups in reverse. What you're dealing with, Scorpio, we do have here a Knight of Cups, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be an Ace of Cups in the upright position as well. So Scorpio, a lot of water energy coming through, a little bit of air sign energy as well, but let's see what's up. Queen of Swords here, Two of Cups in reverse here, overall energy to the current energy. It definitely feels like you're at a point where you're ready to completely detach from a situation or a relationship. And keep in mind, this relationship doesn't have to be romantic, it can be platonic, but I feel like you're ready here to kind of cut something in half. You want to go your way, you want them to go their way, and that's simply that. Knight of Cups here is about searching for something better, searching for something more fulfilling. Looking at the outcome here being the Ace of Cups, you being ready for your own fulfillment, you being ready for new fulfillment. So it's a very, quick and general read, but what I'm picking up on here for you, Scorpio, is that you're ready to go your separate ways from someone or something. I'm just ready for something in my life that's more fulfilling. This could be your career. Hey, I'm at a point where I'm so tired of showing up to work every day. It doesn't make me happy. It's not enjoyable. I'm ready to go and venture out and spread my wings and find a job I actually would enjoy. Maybe you feel this way about a romantic partner. Maybe you feel this way about a friend. But I think a lot of you have reached your limit. And there's only so much of a limit, right? In regards to how long we can wait for things to get better. Have you ever seen those people that stay in relationships that they've been unhappy in for years, saying one day it'll get better, one day Roy will love me again and be nice and be sweet, right? But Roy never does that, and then Chelsea's upset for a couple more years until she finally decides to move on and meet fucking Brandon, who treats her like a queen. Shit like that happens. And I feel like you've been sitting in some scenario, all right, whether it be a relationship, work situation, whatever, that you've been telling yourself, yeah, it's going to get better eventually. But how long can you wait for something to get better when you know you deserve better now? Okay? I'm not telling people to not give situations or people chances. That's not what I'm telling you. And if you've never given someone a chance here, or given a situation a chance, or if this is the first chance, this isn't the reading for you. But if you've been in a scenario for years with someone or with something where you've been waiting for that improvement, you've been trying to create improvement, but you feel like there's been no results, right? If you've been dealing with this for a very exponential amount of time, then I'm here to tell you, if it didn't change then, why would it change now? If Roy didn't become more emotionally engaged then, why is he going to become more emotionally engaged now? If your job wasn't better then, why is it going to get better now? Right? Sometimes we have to look at our situations and say, hey, if it's been a constant variable of unhappiness for a while, when am I going to move in a new direction to find that happiness I'm so much so longing for? Okay? I don't want people to think, hey, if you've recently been experiencing something you're not happy with, this isn't the reading for you. If that's the case, go try to fix it. See what happens. This will only resonate to the Scorpios that have been dealing with this for quite some time. But yeah, I feel like you're ready for something new, dude. And I don't blame you. Sometimes you got to look at the consistency. And if the consistency has been consistently not what's making you happy, then it's time to see what else is out there that will. All right, Scorpios, I love you. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Appreciate you guys tuning on in. So we have done our lovely water. We're going to hop on into our fire signs here next, everybody. By the way, real quick, Marlene, what up, dude? How are you? You said, hey, I broke my phone. Yes, again. Marlene, what is going on with you and breaking phones? Get yourself a screen protector, okay? You said I go through phones too fast. I'm on my son's laptop. Got to figure out the timestamps. Give you a bit. You're good. Take your time, dog. Appreciate you tuning in anyhow. But seriously, get yourself a friggin' screen protector, Marlene, okay? Anyhow, hello. What's up, Stacy, Debbie? How you guys doing? Lucy, how are you? Hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, Dawn, hello. Like I said, guys, we're going to be jumping into fire signs here next. We're going to take a look at Aries. So Aries, do stay tuned. Lucy said Raggedy Roy. Oh, boy. Anyhow, though, guys, getting on into Aries, let's have a look at you guys. Hopefully we're going to see something wonderful. What insight and information do we got popping on through here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, please, for our zodiac sign of Aries? Moving on into the next 24 hours. Let's go ahead and check it out here, baby. Hopefully we're looking at some fantastic stuff. Team Ram Fam. Overall energy for you is going to be the Fool in reverse, which actually is Aries energy. So you're showing up here in this reading, having a look at the current energy, the Magician in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. You got a Five of Wands in reverse. Looking at the outcome, Ram Fam, we do have here an Ace of Swords in reverse as well. So let's go ahead here and talk about it. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Now, Team Aries, you do begin here with a Fool in reverse, and you're also, pairing this here with a Magician in reverse as well. So I don't think you want to show up in a situation right now. I feel like you're very avoidant, very detached, either from someone or something at this time. You definitely seem to be avoiding drama. Looking at what you're dealing with here, Five of Wands in reverse. I'm going to give a message that's a little bit out there, but this is what I'm picking up on intuitively. Five of Wands reverse said to me, you're connecting with somebody who always says that they want to stay out of the drama, but they're always the center of the drama. So it's somebody who's very fake, right? They tell you, I'm not out here causing drama. I'm not out here starting drama. But why are they always at the center of it? Why are they always mixed up in it? Even if they say they're not a part of it, they're a part of it, right? So you're connecting with somebody here who will say one thing, but their actions could say a complete, total different thing. So I feel like for you, you're staying away from somebody here who seems to always be at the center of every problem you're experiencing. No matter how much they may say they're not causing problems, why does it look like they're always the culprit? If you're seeing them in the situation repetitively, there's got to be something going on there. So having a look here at the outcome for you, you got here an Ace of Swords reversed, right? Which is the card here that's representative of like, I just don't feel like I can trust this person. It doesn't matter how many times they tell me that they're genuine, I can feel that something about them is off. And I understand that wholeheartedly. Listen, nobody can bullshit me as much as they try to, okay? Because I already know once you're lying to me, I can sense it in an instant. You're not going to get away with it. But at the end of the day, I've had people do that to me in my life too, where they tell me, dude, I'm not talking shit about you. Then why is everybody in X, Y, and Z telling me that, here's a rumor I've been told, and guess where it originated? It originated from you. I didn't say anything. Really? Because if I got fucking Billy, Bob, Jerry, Timmy telling me that you said X, Y, and Z, who's lying? Right? So at the end of the day, whatever the case may be here, I feel like you're constantly catching somebody up, catching somebody always involved in some sort of drama, and it feels like it's always surrounding you. And no matter how much they try to tell you, no, I'm not doing anything, everything's genuine, I'm great, it's fine, it's fantastic, you just feel like something's up. You're like, I don't know what it is, but I can tell that you're lying to me. Ace of Swords reversed. And with that being said, I don't really want to choose to be surrounded by you. Fool in reverse here, Magician in reverse here as well. So yeah, word to the wise here, Aries. I feel like you're listening to your intuition. Something's off about a particular person, It's like they can tell you time and time again, hey, I'm not, plotting against you or doing anything negative or starting drama. But every time you look into the drama or the problems or the things that are going on, poof, there they are. So you're listening to your intuition here, and you're backing off from whoever this particular person may be. All right, Team Ram fam, I get you, and I understand why too. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. That reading was a little bit more out there, but that's just what the cards were saying to me. So, it's for somebody for sure. But if it's not your story, great. If it is, great. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, Team Ram fam, we're gonna keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, baby. Okay. All right, guys. Fire's done, water's done, and we have done our beautiful and amazing air. We're gonna hop on in lastly, but not leastly, if you will, into our earth signs. So give me a sec, guys, and we'll get into it. Real quick, what's up, Sherlyn? You said you're the only tarot reader I trust my life with. You're always on point, and I appreciate you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I've been around here for a while, so I appreciate you, sticking it out. There's tons of tarot readers here on the internet, so thank you for sticking it out with me, and I'm glad to be able to resonate with you. For sure. So thank you very, very much. Okay. What's up, Mystical Matter? I hope you're all having a beautiful week. You too. Thank you so much for stopping by. What's up, Chrissy? Hello. Marlene said I can't find the emojis on here. Oh, on the laptops. Yeah, I'm not sure how those work. I don't know if you're using Mac or Windows, but yeah, they're a little different than the computer and the phone. Because I know on PC, there's a certain way to do it, and there's a way to do it on Mac too. I don't know about Windows laptops, though. Not too sure. Destiny said, can you do Virgo next? Sure, we'll do Virgo in a sec. Joey, what's up? You said, how does Aries mix with Capricorn? So a lot of people ask zodiac questions. Like how do, for example, right? How does an Aries mix with Capricorn? What I would say is at the end of the day, don't worry about the person's sun sign. We have to remember that a person's sun sign is only one piece of the puzzle, right? Like every other sign that's in them is completely going to determine their personality. Their Venus sign, their moon sign, their rising, their Mercury, their Jupiter, their Saturn is all going to create different elements of who they are. So even though people do those compatibility tests and all things of that nature, for me personally, I've never really cared about them because you can get along with anybody, right? For example, a Cancer's descendant, right, is Capricorn. So technically Cancers and Capricorns are supposed to be one another's oppositions. My mother's a Capricorn and I get on with her great and I love her. So at the end of the day, even though there's supposed to be resistance and opposition there, it doesn't necessarily matter. Where her and I resonate is we both have Libra moons. So considering that we both react and respond emotionally the same way, we come from a very close understanding, right? So that's why the sun sign doesn't matter too much about the correspondence of two people resonating. So I wouldn't focus on that too much. If you like the person and if you vibe, great. If you don't, you don't. I wouldn't focus too much on the signs, okay? That's the way that I see it, at least, all right? Anyhow, though, getting on into our earth signs, Team Virgo, let's have a look here at you and see what we got going on, all right? What insight and information is popping on through here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Coming on into the next 24 hours, what's going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign of Virgo? Moving on into tomorrow. Hopefully, everybody, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What's going on here for our lovely Virgo gang? Let's go ahead here and check it out. Virgo, overall energy for you is going to be the Moon card in reverse. You might be dealing possibly here with the Pisces for a few of you. Showing up in your current energy, we got here a Six of Wands in reverse. What you're dealing with, Virgo, you got a Chariot in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Wands in reverse as well. So we do got all reversals across the board, not always inherently a bad thing. So let's go ahead here and talk about it. Now we do have here Pisces energy and Cancerian energy, so you may be dealing with either or. Now Moon in reverse to a Six of Wands reverse is interesting because this represents right now, I just don't feel that bad that something didn't work out. And I feel like maybe other people are looking at you, Virgo, saying, hey, are you okay? Like, this didn't work out, that must suck. And you're kind of just like, you know what? I feel like it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe you were trying to get into a job and they declined you. And at first, maybe it was upsetting, but now you're kind of just like, I don't know, I feel fine about it, Or maybe like you and a partner didn't work out. And at the end of the day, you're like, I'm just okay about the whole situation. I feel like something in your life isn't working out, but you're not down or upset about it. You're kind of like, I don't know, I don't feel emotional about this. And I think that in times where that happens, 9 times out of 10, it's because our soul recognized that situation wasn't good for us. Even if we didn't consciously recognize it, it's like our psyche, our spirit knows that wasn't the right thing for us, so there's nothing to worry about. There wasn't a sense of loss because there is no loss, right? Like I've had scenarios in my life personally where I tried so hard to make something work, and then when it didn't work out, I was like, you know what? That's okay. I'm fine with that. And it was a little shocking for me to be as fine as I was, but I think I realized, my soul realized, yeah, this wasn't for me. So I kind of feel like your next 24 hours is that kind of experience where, sure, maybe something isn't working in the direction you wanted it to, but you end up being okay, because I think that your soul recognizes this scenario wasn't for you in the first place, right? Looking at what you're dealing with here, Chariot in reverse, you're not going to continue to go forward on a certain path. It's time for a new path to arise in your life. Looking at the outcome being the Two of Wands in reverse, you know, it's time to get back to the drawing board and see what comes next. So I feel like you had some kind of path in your mind or some kind of future in mind for yourself that you were working toward, and I think you're recognizing that it's not going as favorably as you thought it would. And I don't know, I feel like you're okay with the fact that it's not working out. There's just something within you that's saying, you know what, maybe this was never the path for me, and I'm okay with that. You know, I remember really desperately when I was younger, there was a certain kind of career field I really wanted to get into, and I tried and I remember getting declined, getting into that kind of career, and it hurt at first. And then I woke up, you know, 2 days later, and I was like, you know what, I feel like for some reason that I can't explain, I'm glad that that didn't work out. And over time, as much as it, you know, sucked at first, I was thankful it didn't work out, because where my life ended up moving was so much better than I could ever imagine, you know? So remember that rejection's God's protection, right? Anytime we face any sense of rejection, it always means something better is coming our way. And that was my first kind of experience of rejection as God's protection. And ever since then, you know, I started to preach that all the time, especially to you guys too, because it's really powerful. You know, I truly believe when things don't work out for us, it's because something so much better is genuinely heading our way. So for Virgo peeps who are watching, I like this a lot. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But if you are experiencing this right now, you know, keep that in mind, man, that rejection is God's protection. There's something out there that's so much better coming your way. And I think your spirit already recognizes it. That's why you're not tripping. You're not upset. You're like, I would have expected myself to be, but I feel fine. I feel at peace that something didn't work out. And remember, it didn't work out for a reason, but something else will work out for you, and it will be a beautiful reason indeed, okay? All right, Team Virgo, I love you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, everybody, for tuning on in. So we have done, guys, our first batch of Zodiacs. We're going to get into our second batch here shortly, okay? Real quick, what's going on, Cozy Dreams? How are you? Appreciate you tuning in. Mystical Matter said, totally grateful for you, and thank you. Appreciate you, my love. Grateful for you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, first batch of signs is done for the night. We're going to hop into batch number 2 here in just a moment or so, okay? Got a little bit of my coffee for tonight with my Stitch mug. Listen, man, there's never going to be any other cuter Disney character other than Stitch. Shout out Lilo and Stitch. I fucking love it. Got to stay up a little bit later tonight, so I'm having a bit of coffee. Thank you, Marlene, for keeping up with the timestamps. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much. May, what's up? Hello, everybody. Sag here from the Philippines, cooking lunch while watching. Yummy. Love that for you. I hope you have a great lunch, and I hope you enjoy today's daily reading. Thank you for coming out here nonetheless, May. Appreciate you. How was your weekend, guys? I hope your weekend was great, too. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, man. I can't believe how fast June is already flying by. It's already the fucking 10th. I feel like I'm losing time. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but months are just getting faster and faster. And I look at the calendar and it's the first of the month, and then I look the next day and it's the 20th. And I just cannot explain how quick time is moving. So I don't know if other people are experiencing that, but man, this year is not only flying by, but it's been flying by for like the past couple years, you know? Time just seems to be slipping away from me, and I'm like, I can't fucking believe it. It's super, super quick. Thanks, Marlene. Trish said, I love Stitch. I have so many Stitch things. Me too. Mystical Matter said, what do you add to your coffee? I just started adding oat milk. So I've never been a huge fan of oat milk. I don't really like the way that it tastes. I also don't like oat milk can tend to have like a lot of empty calories too. So I've always stuck with almond milk. Almond milk is my favorite. I don't drink regular milk anymore for some reason. I don't have I'm not lactose or anything like that, but genuinely I just don't really prefer it anymore. So for me, I thoroughly enjoy almond milk, a little bit of sugar. You know, if I'm going to get like a coffee at like Dunkin' Donuts or something, I'll get like a caramelized coffee with almond milk. But yeah, almond milk has become king in my life. I love it, and I feel like it tastes a lot better than regular milk too. You love Lilo and Stitch? Oh, and you're trucking in Nashville? That's what's up. Very cool. Very cool. You said, yes, I feel like time is running away from me. Me too, man. I really have been feeling that for a long time. I'm just waiting for time to actually slow down again, you know? Time hasn't felt like it's slowed down since we hit 2020, you know? 2020 was a massive year that kicked a lot of things off. And I feel like ever since we entered COVID, man, time has just been getting faster and faster and faster. And it's hard to feel like it's normal. So I'm glad other people agree, because I feel like not enough people are talking about that. It's quite odd, you know? It's quite odd for sure. That sounds yum. It is. Give it a go. Try that out one day. Get like a caramelized coffee, add a little bit of almond milk. It is perfect. Absolutely. But oat milk's not bad. It's just not my favorite. But yeah, if you like it, you like it, you know? There's some people that I think there's like cashew milk too, that people have from time to time. I don't know how many like coffee shops carry that, but yeah, I haven't given that a try though. But yeah, guys, pedal to the metal. Seriously, right? Mystical Matter said, do you think it's because we're raising our consciousness? I'm not sure about that. This may sound a little bleak, okay? But I feel like consciousness and vibration was much higher prior to 2020 than it is now. I don't think the world is in a place of healing. I think the world is in a place of damage at this point in time. I think that our reality since 2020 has been incredibly low vibrational collectively, and it's been incredibly hard to push through these energies as a light worker. Not only me, for other light workers too. It's been incredibly hard to push through this type of energy and remain so high vibrational. I don't feel like collectively right now the world is in a place of healing. I think a lot of people are in a very damaged place, or a very low vibrational, or a very hurtful place. And I think that we are going to go through a lot more of the pain until the healing can begin, if that makes sense. It's almost kind of like it has to get worse before it gets better. And I feel like since 2020, that's what we've been seeing year after year after year, you know? And I don't mean to be bleak or morbid or anything of that nature, but I think that collectively we've been going through it so much, and we've seen tensions rise around the world. We've seen so much intensity around the world. And I feel like we're still in that point where it's got to get worse before it gets better. There's got to be something that wakes people up again to wanting to shift this reality into something beautiful and positive again, because the world is beautiful. The earth is beautiful. There's so much beauty in life within itself. But I feel like a lot of people haven't been able to focus on that, because all they've been consuming is tragedy and horrible things. And I think that we're going to get to a point where things get better. But I feel like we've just been experiencing a lot in life over the past couple of years, you know? And I don't mean to be morbid, like I said, but I feel like that's what's been going on in the collective. I think it's been the opposite, you know? There's a lot of people still raising their consciousness. There's a lot of people still raising vibration. There's a lot of people still waking up on the planet, but it's going to take more time, I think, before people fully catch on, you know? Hey, what's up, Mercedes-Benz? I like your name. You said, hey, I listen to the dailies every day while getting ready. I'm so happy that I can make it to the live. I'm happy to have you. Thank you. Appreciate you listening and tuning in on the daily. Really appreciate that. It has to rain before we see the rainbow? Yeah, man. When it rains, it pours, right? But inevitably, there will be a beautiful rainbow on the other side. So, you know, I think that the number one thing I always want to tell people is like, listen, when you watch me, you're not always going to get love and light and sunshine and rainbows out my butthole. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be real with you guys. There's a lot of terrible things in this universe and world, and there's a lot of evil out there, and there's a lot of destruction and tragedy. You know, we can't escape that. You know, if you're living in a reality where it's like, oh, none of that exists, you know, you're full of shit. You got to get to reality and recognize there's a lot of bad things out there in the world, but you also got to focus to look at the good things. But we got to collectively do what we can to transmute and transform those bad things into good things as well. You know, everybody's got to play their part. Absolutely. What's up, Barbella? Hopefully I said your name correctly. You said Aquarian here. I went through hell since 2020 and I'm finally starting to heal. I love that for you. You said I feel like some others are too. It takes a lot of little people to shift the collective. Yeah, it takes a long time for that to happen. 100%. I definitely have been starting to heal since 2023. You know, 2022, 2021, 2020, your boy went through it. But since last year, I've started my healing again. And little by little, I'm getting back into a place where I feel good. And I've been doing like a fuckload of work behind the scenes to really move myself into a better space. And 100%, I think little by little, we're getting better. But it is going to take a lot more time, I feel, collectively for everybody to kind of catch up. you know? Kim said, true, if you only see the darkness and not crawl your way out of it, you'll get stuck there. Absolutely. And I tell people too, right? Like, in order to see light, you have to see dark, you know? You have to go through the dark to get to the light, and you have to be able to experience both, because at the end of the day, we live in the reality of duality where there is light, there is dark. So, you know, you can't have one without the other. 100%. Heather Ann, hello, hello. You said I had a fabulous day. I hope you did too. And if not, fuck it and chuck it in the bucket for a good wash. I like that. Yeah, it's been a chill day here. I got no complaints. I went to the hot tub today, my parents' hot tub. I visited them. It was nice. I needed to relax my back and shit and kind of unwind my muscles. So that was a cool highlight of the day. But I can't complain here today. It's been a good one. Ran some errands and did some adult shit. That was pretty much it. But it was cool. Cool day here. But yeah, so either way, to end that conversation, we're getting there little by little, you know? It's not perfect right now in the world, but everybody's got to play their part, you know? 110%. Anyhow, though, guys, we're going to jump on into our next batch of signs. We're going to get back into air. So we did Libra already. We're going to check out Gemini, the birthday peeps, and see what's going on with you. Okay, let's go ahead and have ourselves a look here, Team Gemini. Let's go ahead and take a look, babe. What insane information do we got popping on here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here for our zodiac sign of Gemini? In the next 24, Gemini, I want to wish you a happy birthday too, by the way. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hope you're enjoying your season too. And we're going to get one more shuffle. And we'll see what's up, man. Hopefully we got some awesome sauce coming on in here for the Gemini gang. Let's go ahead, everybody, and check it out. Team Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Star in reverse. You might be dealing possibly here with an Aquarius for a few of you. Coming into the current energy, we got here an Ace of Swords in reverse. What you're dealing with, y'all, you got an Ace of Wands in the upright. And looking at the outcome for you, we got here a Justice card in the upright position as well. This is about identifying a negative or a falsified path. I think you're realizing or beginning to realize I was on a path I thought was right. Now I realize it's not what's right for me. However, in the crosshairs, I see exactly where I need to go. Now, hopefully that made sense what I said, but to put it in a different perspective, you thought you were going in the right direction. You started to begin that it's not the right direction for you, but now you can see very clearly what the right direction is, and you're making your way to it. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Ace of Wands, you know exactly what's going to set your soul on fire. You know exactly what the new beginning in your life you're looking for is, and with the Justice card showing up here for you, you're ready to not only go after for this new beginning, but you're also at a point where you recognize, I now see exactly what's going to bring me the peace in my life I've been looking for. So let's say, for example, the Star card in reverse was representative of some kind of career path you were going down. Maybe you thought it was the right path for you. And I think that as you're realizing it's not, something else has come into light for you, that is the right career path. You know, maybe you thought that, you know, Jason was the best person you were supposed to be with, but now you see that, you know, Michael is who you're really supposed to be with, right? So I feel like you're beginning to see that something you were once going after was not what you've needed, but now you know exactly what you do need for yourself, especially for your peace of mind, your clarity, your happiness, and you're getting the clear direction or the clear sense of direction of where you need to go next in life. And it's awesome, by the way, when we have that, you know. Sometimes life can be a bit of a mystery. It can be tough to wonder about what comes next, but when we get that loud and clear direction of where we're supposed to go, it's genuinely a very beautiful experience, and it's nice to have that footing and that sense of direction. So I see Geminis here being redirected. You're happy that you're being redirected, and you know where you need to go with this sense of direction. So this is really lovely. You're figuring out where you need to be, where you need to go next, and that's absolutely fantastic for you, Gems. So I love it, man. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I appreciate you tuning in here nonetheless. And as always, this can resonate towards career, family, friends, lovers. It could be anything going on in your life. It doesn't have to be strictly love-based, but you were recognizing it's time for redirection, dude, and I love that for you. I think it's exciting where you're heading to next here with that Ace of Wands, okay? Beautiful Geminis. I love it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for stopping on by. So, and of course, happy birthday to you. Okay. All right, everybody, we have done our air. We're hopping on into our water signs here next. Real quick, what's going on? Charisse, how are you? What's going on? Mia, welcome in. Heather Ann said, we forget to smash those likes, but they mean a lot for the Ant-Man. Absolutely. Hit that like button, guys. Really helps out. Of course, if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you. Rosie, what's up? You said, oh my gosh, I was literally thinking that today. My career is not it anymore. Understandable. You know, sometimes we get into a career and we're like, this is fantastic and great, but, you know, we may realize over time it's not for us and we're ready to shift on to something new. So for sure. Anyhow, though, guys, we're going to jump into water soon. So we've already touched base with Team Scorpio. So coming up next is going to be Team Cancer. Okay, so Cancers, give me a sec and then we'll hop on into it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look, man. Team Cancer, what's going on here for your next 24, baby? What insight and information do we got showing up here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be in store here, please, for our lovely Cancer gang? Let's go ahead here, guys, and check it out. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Nine of Swords. You could be connecting here possibly with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming into the current energy, Two of Swords in the upright. What it is you're dealing with, you got here a Two of Cups. And looking at the outcome for you, Page of Swords in reverse as well. Cancer, I keep hearing, don't get yourself in a sticky situation, okay? I don't know what that means to you personally, but I feel like there's a little bit of worry here coming into your next 24 hours. You got here a Nine of Swords, you got here a Two of Swords. Two of Swords represents confusion, indecision. Nine of Swords represents being worried or anxious about something. I feel like you're worried about losing something you care about. And remember, guys, when we're worried about losing things that we care about or people we care about, sometimes we can do the darnest things and it may not always be the brightest things to do. So I almost want to tell Cancers, you're not losing what you have in front of you, but you may lose what you have in front of you by holding on to it too tightly. Okay? This is one of those situations where you have to be willing to accept that whatever you love and care will and can be lost in life, but we need to cherish the moments of when we have those people or situations in front of us rather than hold on to it so tightly to the point where we can't even see it for what it is. So I just want to say for Cancers, I feel like you're holding on to something too tightly to the point where you can't even enjoy it, you know? Think about this. You ever see people who buy a nice car? Let's say you're a person who buys a Lamborghini, you know? You love it, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but then you start realizing, I don't really want to take this out too much, you know? I'm scared to park it. I don't want people to door jam it and hit it and scratch it. I get too nervous because these roads aren't paved, and what if I hit a pothole and damage the tire? So you got this beautiful Lamborghini, right? And it's an amazing car, but are you even enjoying it? Because you're so worried about fucking up the car, denting the car, having somebody steal the car, having somebody scratch the car. Can you really enjoy the car? Or is it just there and you're holding on to the beauty of it and you're too scared to make a mistake, or you're too scared to have something happen to it? So what happens? Then you start to kind of resent the purchase, right? Maybe I shouldn't have bought this car. I don't get much use out of it. It sits in my garage, right? Think about that with the people we love. You hold on to them so tightly, you don't even get to experience the love with them, the joy with them, the laughter with them, because you're so worried about losing what you have. Now, as a Cancer, I can concur. I've been here a lot of times in my life, especially in romance, you know? I used to hold on so tight to the, people I've dated in my past. And I used to be so scared of losing those people. And inevitably I did. And I had to learn to be okay with it. Because not everything that comes into our life is meant to last forever. That's why we have to enjoy it as much as we can while it's right in front of us, rather than hold on to the fear of losing it, you know? So, Cancer, I hope the car example made sense, because it's like, if you have something in front of you, you want to enjoy it. You don't want to be worried about messing up or losing it, you know? Otherwise, how are you going to enjoy what's in front of you at all? So, looking at the outcome here, Page of Swords reversed. I think a lot of you are going to begin to realize, maybe I can't be in this energy anymore. Maybe I got to get out of my head, get out of my worries, get out of my fears, and be less hesitant and focus more on what I have right in front of me. Two of Cups. Some of you could be worried about losing your relationship to the point where you're suffocating your relationship. You could be worried about losing your job, or worried about, somebody surpassing you at your job, or being worried about your friends no longer wanting to be your friends. Listen, worries will pile up, but at the end of the day, stop worrying so damn much and start enjoying what you have today, man. Have you ever heard that living in the past is depression and living in the future is anxiety? At the end of the day, being so anxious is you living in a future that does not exist. Come down to the present, focus on today, enjoy what's in front of you today, and appreciate that you have it. All right? And that's going to help you out in a numerous amount of ways that if you haven't even seen, you will see. Okay? I love you, Cancer. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning in. Much love and appreciation to you guys, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, we have done our water. We have done our air. Coming up next is going to be the fire, baby. And we're going to be taking a look here at Leo in just a moment or so, okay? Real quick, Kennedy June, thank you for the 149. Appreciate you, my love. Thank you for that donation. It means a lot more than you know, so thank you. All right, guys, hopping on back into it. We're going to take a look here at Team Leo and have a look and see what's showing up here for your next 24. What insight and information is popping on through here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What's going to be going on here, please, for our zodiac signs of Leo coming into the next 24 hours. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Leo, overall energy for you is going to be a Knight of Cups in reverse. You might be connecting here possibly with like a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Showing up in the current energy, you got here an Empress card, what it is you're dealing with. We do have here a 7 of Pentacles, and taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Page of Cups in the upright position. So let's have a look here at you and see what is going on. Team Leo, you begin here with a Knight of Cups reversed, and then you pair this also with an Empress card. So I think right now you're realizing I need to stop giving so much right now to everybody and everything else, and I gotta give back to me a little bit. Empress energy showing up here, the card of self-love, the card of self-appreciation, the card of self-growth. I think a lot of you are starting to realize it's time for me to pour all this love I give everybody and everything else back on into myself. Looking at what you're dealing with, 7 of Pentacles, I need to start investing in me a little bit more. And I feel like you're realizing that. I think lately you've been investing in someone or something else a lot more than yourself, and you're recognizing it's time to resupply your cup. It's time to refill your cup, right? Because do remember, everybody, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you can't pour from an empty cup, then how can you pour into the cup of others? You got to make sure your cup is full first to share the wealth, right? Looking at the outcome for you, Page of Cups, you're getting ready here to resupply your well, to resupply your cup, however the hell you want to put it. And I think that that's definitely a good thing to do. So Leos, your next 24 hours definitely seems like a day of some you time. It seems like a day of you guys doing what you need to do for yourselves, resupplying your own energy, investing more in yourself and what you need. And I think it's a good thing, guys. Leos are givers. A lot of people will sit there and go, yo, Leos only care about themselves and they're the center of attention. When you really know a Leo, that's not the case. Okay, Leos might be there and look at themselves in the mirrors and be like, oh my God, I'm so sexy. You are sexy. That's why. Okay? So at the end of the day, you got to pass to love yourself. All right? Either way though, man, Leos are givers and lovers, and they have that beautiful passion for people they care about, and sometimes they may lose sight of what they need to do for themselves. So enjoy much needed you time moving into the next 24 hours, and enjoy taking care of what you need to take care of as well. So you're going to have a day here of refilling your cup, make it worthwhile. All right. I love you, Leo. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning on in. Okay, baby. All right, Leo. We have finished up our fire. We have also done the water and the air. Coming up next is going to be earth signs, and Capricorn will be looking at you guys next. Okay. What's up, Yada? You said thanks, Aunt. You were amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Mystical Matter said resonates. Thanks for being real. Of course, man. Of course. Guys, at the end of the day, I'm going to be as real as I can be, as transparent as I can be with you guys. Like, I'm not out here trying to bullshit you, and scream love and light and rainbows and shit. I'm going to do what I can to give you guys the most realistic point of view, but with the most positive advice, if you will, right? Because I truly believe to any situation, there's always a positive outlook, 100%. All right, though, guys. Coming up next is going to be Capricorn, and then we'll get a little bit of a break, and then we'll hop back into batch number 3. So real quick, guys, if you do have any sort of questions that you want to ask or anything you want to talk about before I take my break, feel free to shoot those questions now, and we can converse in a bit, okay? Anyhow, though, let's get on into Capricorn and see what we got going on. Where is Team Cappy? Here we go. Let's see what's going on with you beautiful peeps. Messages and insight coming on in here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on into the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign of Cappy? Moving on in to the next 24. Team Capricorn, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves about 2 more shuffles, and then we'll take a look and see what's up here, baby. Capricorn, overall energy for you is going to be a 2 of Wands in reverse. Taking a look into the current energy, we do have here a Ace of Swords in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. We got a Fool in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you, we do have here the 4 of Cups in the upright position coming into play here for you too. So Capricorns, I do want to mention you might be connecting with an Aries, because we do have Aries energy showing up here with the Fool in reverse. Now, Cappy, you got a 2 of Wands reverse, you got an Ace of Swords reverse as well. I definitely feel like you're at a point right now where it just doesn't seem like you want to continue to go forward. I think that you don't really know where your sense of direction lies. And I feel like you're at a point where you're saying, you know what? I don't really care where my direction lies or not where, but more so what comes next. I think you're getting to a point where you're like, I'm kind of ignoring the idea of building a future, and I'm more so focusing right now on going with the flow. Because I feel like right now you just don't really have a plan for the future. And sometimes that's okay. People will preach at you. You always got to have a plan. You got to know. You got to do this. You got to do that. But sometimes in life, we just don't know what the heck is happening, where the heck we're going, or what the heck we're doing. And we got to figure it out little by little. You know, nobody's perfect. Nobody has everything figured out. But people preach that too much, you know? You hear it all the time. You got to have this figured out, that figured out. The person who's preaching that doesn't even have their own life figured out, you know? We got to remember, we're all experiencing life for the first time together, you know? You're experiencing life for the first time together. Your parents are experiencing life for the first time together. Your baby brother's experiencing life for the first time together. Your newborn is experiencing life for the first time together, okay? We're all experiencing this for the first time together. All right, even if we've lived thousands of lives and we've reincarnated over and over and over again, as far as we know, this experience is our first time. So with that being said, nobody always has it all figured out. All right? And I want you to know that it's okay to go with the flow and not always have a plan and just live your life and see what the fuck happens. Because shit, I sure as hell did that. And shit, it sure as hell brought me to a good place. I stopped worrying so much about what the hell my future was supposed to be, but instead, I let God show me. I tried new things and had new experiences, and little by little I figured out what I liked, and then I went after what I liked. There was a point in time in my life where I liked nothing I saw, no one I was around, nothing I was doing, and I realized if I hold on to everything that I despise, I'm not living a life worthwhile. And at the end of the day, what did I do instead? I let go of everything I despised. And I went with the flow of life, and I tried new things, and I met new people, and I had new experiences, and I liked what I kind of got myself into, you know? But I wouldn't have been able to find those new experiences without giving myself the opportunity to go with the flow and see what else is out there. So Capricorns, if you feel like you're living life without a plan right now, I want you to know that inevitably you'll find a plan when you find what you want. Right now, you're in the process of figuring out what you want in life, but in order to have that, you got to go out there and experience, okay? So don't be afraid to be a little lost right now, because inevitably, you're going to be found. All right, Capricorns, go with the flow, explore, know that it's okay to not have a plan, and go with the flow of life, and everything will work out the way that it needs to, okay? Because I'm a firm believer of that, all right? I love you so much. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, Capricorns. Thank you for tuning on in, okay? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, Cappy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Real quick, everybody, what's going on, Mystical Matter, thank you so much for the $10. Appreciate you, girl. You said I appreciate your awesome energy, and I appreciate you too. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for that generous donation. Heather Ann said, I'm proud of you, punk. Anthony, stay you, son. I'm always going to do my best to do so. Thank you, Heather Ann. What's up, Jennifer? You said, what about your candles? Are they still for sale on here, and where do you go to find them? So the candles that me and Saponi and Candela have, these candles in specific, are still on, they're still for sale, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of stopped promoting them a long time ago. Unfortunately, people just kind of stopped buying them, to be honest. We still have a buttload of those candles. So, I mean, if you ever want to purchase any of the candles that I have here, it is a collaboration with my future mother-in-law's company, Sapone and Candela. So where you can find these is if you go to my description box, you'll see a link that says click here to purchase candles. It'll take you to a website called saponeandcandela.com, and that's where you can view any of the candles that they have collaborated with me on, and you can purchase them there. So if anybody's interested, feel free to, but like I said, you know, people kind of stopped buying them a while ago, so I stopped promoting them. However, they are still for sale. We do still have some stock left over, so if you guys want to go ahead and buy them, if you want to check them out, feel free to. They have always been wonderful and fantastic. I love these candles. I have such a passion for them, but yeah, like I said, it's kind of been something I stopped promoting a long time ago, but they are still for sale out there. If anybody does want to purchase them, go to the description box below, and you'll see the link on how to get them, okay? Do keep in mind, though, we only sell to Canada and the USA. So other than that, we don't do overseas or anything in that nature, okay? Absolutely, Cozy Dreams. I agree 100%. Cozy said, holding on to everything you despise won't leave room for what you love and enjoy. Absolutely. That's why I tell people, man, it's okay to let go. I think we hold on so much to familiarity. Even if what is familiar isn't good for us, even if what's comfortable isn't good for us, we hold on to it because it's familiar and comfortable. We got to get out of those habits, you know? We got to start getting into the habit of knowing that it's totally okay to jump into something brand new, even if it's a little nerve-wracking. And we got to be able to let go of what doesn't serve us. Even if it's a comfort to us, we got to be able to let go of that in order to grow and find something better. Marlene said they smell amazing. They really do. I'm not kidding, guys. These candles are fucking awesome, you know? So it's always going to be something I'll appreciate. It was like the first ever product, you will, that I launched, and it was super fucking cool, and it was awesome to collaborate with them. So yeah, man, they do smell amazing, and they have amazing benefits too. So yeah, check them out. Seriously, if you're interested, check them out. I don't think you'll be disappointed, okay? All right, guys, one more moment or so, and we're going to get back into it. What's up, Michaela? You said, Aunt, you're looking thin. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been busting ass for, 9-10 hours a day outside in the heat. So, for me, the other job I have, it's very, if you will, very physical labor-y, if you will. So I'm out there busting my ass away, getting my steps in for sure, and getting my workout in for sure. So thank you. I appreciate that so much. Jennifer said, thank you for letting me know. I'll check them out for sure. Yeah, for sure. If you end up purchasing one, feel free to enjoy. Let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear some feedback. I'm always about feedback, guys. So I never feel afraid to, give me any kind of feedback. I'm cool with it. So feel free to, all right? All right, guys, let's get back into batch number 3. We're going to jump back into air. We've already touched base with Libra and Gemini. So Aquarius, you guys are up, and we'll see what is up, okay? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. All right, what insight and information do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, everybody, for the zodiac sign of Team Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look, Aquarius. Let me get maybe one more shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here for you. Team Aquarius, overall energy for you is going to be a 6 of Cups in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here a High Priestess in the upright. What it is you're dealing with, you got here a King of Pentacles in reverse. And taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Star in, the Star in the upright position here as well. So let's take a look here for you beautiful peeps, and we'll see what's going on here for you. Now, Team Aquarius, we start out here with a 6 of Cups reversed, and we pair that 6 of Cups with a High Priestess in the upright position as well. I feel like your next 24 hours is saying, you know what? I think intuitively it's time for me to recognize that the past is never going to be the present. I think a lot of you are getting that download. That's the High Priestess. Sometimes can be a download from your guides. It could be a download from spirit, however you want to call it. But I think what the download message is like the past is never going to be the present. Something's never going to be the same again, and that's okay. It could definitely be like a hurtful message to hear at first. but it's also a powerfully true message, you know? Our past will always be our past, but it will never be the same. And everything is changing. Life is ever changing. Nothing is ever a constant variable. And as much as you can appreciate the past for what it was, that's what we should do. Appreciate it for what it was. But we can't go back there and make it what it was again, you know? Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles here says, yeah, I'm in a good position in my life right now, but sometimes I look back and I miss what I had. It's okay to look back and miss it, but I need you to realize you can always improve and be better than your past ever was. There's a lot of times where people feel like what they experienced was their peak, okay? They feel like what they had was the best they would ever have. But that's not necessarily true, because the best is always yet to come in any situation in life. You may think Bernard, your ex-boyfriend, was the best, but if he was the best, he probably would still be with you right now. Once you meet Andrew in a couple years, you're going to see that he's the best, and he's the step up, and he's everything you ever wanted. The best things in life are the things that you end up with. Not the things that came and went. Not the situations that are a part of your past, but it's where you end up, and it's what stays with you as you move forward. So I want you guys to know, as much as it may suck sometimes to miss what we had in our past, it was not the best you've ever had. There is so much more coming to you that's going to be beautiful, amazing, and fantastic that you haven't even witnessed yet. You know, looking at the outcome here, the Star card. You got to have a little bit of faith, babe. Remember, Aquarius, the Star card represents you. It represents being exactly where you need to be. I need you to remember that in life, everything always falls into place perfectly. In life, you are always exactly where you need to be. So even if things are falling apart, it's meant to fall apart so something else can come on into play, you know? If one puzzle piece is missing, a better puzzle piece that fits better is going to come into your life as well. All right, Aquarian? So what I would say here for you is that as much as right now, it may suck to put the past behind you, you're not going to ever get back to that place you were, but there's always room for improvement. So realize that the best is yet to come, because there is something so much better out there that's going to align with you when the time is right. Don't fucking forget it, okay? I love you, Aqua. Keep your head held high, accept the past for what it is, and look forward to a wonderful, wonderful future. All right, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Aquarius, for stopping on by, okay? All right, baby. We have done all of our air signs here for today's daily read. Coming up next is going to be our water signs, and we'll be taking a look here into Team Pisces, all right? So give me a second here, guys, and then we'll hop on into it. Real quick, Heather Ann said, I heard that Mercury retrograde candle is pretty badass. Make a Palo Santo candle and I'll buy it when it's in stock. Maybe I'll look into that. That's pretty cool. The Mercury in retrograde one is super cool, though. I loved the first edition because the first edition was made out of actual mercury glass. Unfortunately, we could no longer get that vessel for the candle any longer. They stopped making it, but the first edition was awesome. But either way, though, it's the same formula. It's just a different vessel that we put the candle wax in, but it is super cool. I like the Mercury retrograde one a lot. Jennifer said, I've been listening to your daily tarot for years. I like Ant. He's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, love. I really do. The best is yet to come. I love that attitude. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to have that attitude, man. The best is always is yet to come, dude. I know that. I preach it every fucking day. Where I'm at right now may be great, but trust me, I know there's better out there, baby. 100%. Marlene, oh my goodness. I don't blame you, though. I don't blame you. Hey, maybe that is the best that's yet to come, right? There you go. Maybe your missing puzzle piece will come sooner than you think, okay? Pause. Anyhow, jumping back into it, let's get to our water, and we'll take a look here at Team Pisces, okay? What insight and information do we got popping on through here for Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what's going to be showing up here, please? For our zodiac sign of Piscean, moving on into tomorrow. Let's go ahead and check it out here, Pisces. We're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with you, baby. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Page of Swords in the upright position. You might be dealing here possibly with a air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Showing up in the current energy, Pisces, we got here a Three of Cups in reverse. What it is you're dealing with, guys, we have here a Six of Wands in reverse. And looking at the outcome for you, an Empress card in reverse as well. I feel like you guys are a little bit down on yourself. It feels like it's been a little bit hard to enjoy yourself or to be in a positive mood. I think that you're looking at yourself in a negative light or a rough perception, or maybe you're looking at a situation in a negative perception. But I feel like right now you're having a hard time like looking at something with love. And I feel like unfortunately some of you could be having a hard time looking at yourselves with love. And if that's the case for you, I want to remind you that you are beautiful and amazing, but you're never going to see it till you decide to see it. Right? Because so many other people can point out how beautiful and amazing you are, but until you choose to see that within yourself, you're never going to feel like anyone's right. You know, 1,000 people can tell you you're beautiful, pretty, and amazing, but that one person says something bad, and unfortunately, sometimes that negative energy can carry more weight than the positive, right? So I feel like some Pisces here may be a little bit down on themselves moving into tomorrow, but I'm here to remind you, you have to see the beauty within you because there is beauty within you, okay? Take it from a guy who grew up for the first 16 to 17 years of his life that hated how he looked. I felt ugly for a good majority of my life. I felt like I was a horrible person. I hated the version of myself. And I went through a lot of my life with self-hatred until one day I realized there's a beautiful person in here. And I had to choose to see that beautiful person. And when I did, my entire perspective of who I was changed. My entire, view of myself changed in comparison to what it used to be. But I had to be willing to see that beauty. I had to be willing to appreciate what I love about me, and I had to be willing to work on what I didn't love so that I could feel better and happier within myself. So for any Pisces who are watching, there is beauty in you, man. There is amazing things in you, but you have to be willing to look at that first. Okay? Now, on the other hand, if this is not about you, Pisces, maybe this is about something else. Maybe some of you feel like you're having a hard time enjoying certain friendships, or maybe you're having a hard time enjoying certain jobs. I think that if you find yourself in that kind of predicament, you also have to take a look at what your perception is. Why are you not enjoying certain things in ways that you used to? Maybe you don't enjoy hanging out with your best friend Sally anymore. Why? Look into that reasoning, because there may be something there. Maybe you are looking at it in a certain light when there's a different way to look at it. Maybe there's something that you can fix rather than, look at that situation and say there's nothing I can do about it at all. So I feel like right now you're dealing with a situation where your perception can be changed. Maybe right now you're saying, I'm just not happy with my friendships. Well, why aren't you happy with your friendships? Is there anything you can do to improve it? I'm not happy with myself. Why aren't you happy with yourself? Is there anything you can do to improve that as well? I feel like you're looking at things in life right now like, it is what it is. I don't like how this is and I can't change it. But the truth is you always have the option to change anything you're dealing with. Whether it's your self-perception, whether it is your perception of other people, whether it's the perception of your situation you're currently in, you always have the power to improve and make something better. So Pisces, Empress reversed here for the outcome. I feel like you're at a point where you think, I just can't change what I'm dealing with and I don't like it, so I have to accept it. No, you don't. You never have to accept what you're unhappy with. You can always strive for better. Okay? So remember that. All right, Pisces? Interesting reading. I'm not sure if this will resonate to you guys. If it does, that's okay. If not, no worries. But I want to remind you, man, there's a lot of beauty there, man. There's a lot of beauty in you that you got to see. And even if you're not super happy right now, let's say with a friend, what at first is what drew you in at first, to be friends with that person. Where was the beauty back then versus where it is now, right? So if you're unhappy with where you're at with someone or unhappy within yourself, I want you to remember there's beauty there and there's always the ability to change something that you don't like into something that you do. Okay? I love you, Pisces. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning on in. All right, baby. We have finished up our fish. We're gonna jump on into our fire signs here next. What's up, Cozy? You said see the you in you and see the you in others. Be the you in you so that you are. Wait, hold on a second. We're getting confused here. Be the you for you that you are to and for others. You are beautiful, indeed. 100%, baby. 100%. All right, guys. Coming up next is gonna be Team Sagittarius. We'll be getting on into you guys in just a short moment or so. Okay. Yeah, man. Remember, guys, for those of you out there that are struggling with seeing like a good version of yourself or struggling seeing the beauty in yourself, you got to dig deep. It wasn't easy for me to do that, you know? Like I told you, I grew up 17 years having a very harsh perception of myself. It took me a long time to love myself. It took me a long time to see any sense of beauty in me. But there's beauty in everybody, man, and there's beauty in you. And you have to dig deep in order to harness it. You have to look past your negative perceptions of self. But the harder you pry, the closer you'll get to the actual beauty that lives within you. And once you finally harness that, hold on to it, man. Because you're a beautiful fucking being, each and every single one of you. All right? So I want you to remember, self-love and the journey of self-love may not be an overnight process. It's a journey. But in order to let that journey grow, you have to grow your perception, right? So from what you have once seen in a negative light, it's time to reverse the way you think about yourself, and it's time to start to see the beauty that really eludes from you, okay? 110%. What's up, Sylvia? How are you? Hope you're doing great. What's up, John Dale? You said thank you from the Cappies. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you so much. Heather Ann said, Jacob said, looks don't make you ugly. It's the character. And he said, you got it going on, period. I raised them to see beyond skin deep. Maybe more people should, but I get it. The ego. Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Character is always what makes a person more ugly than anything else. We got to remember too, man, these bodies are nothing more but a meat shield, you know? Sure. Some people may have a very appealing meat shield, but their character, the character of a person means so much more on whether or not they are beautiful versus they are ugly. Have you ever seen a person, right, who may have a very beautiful physical appearance, but is one of the most shallowest motherfuckers ever in the world? Do you think that that shallow energy makes them attractive anymore the moment they speak? The moment they make these negative comments or do these negative actions? Hell no. That's an ugly motherfucker, right? So I'm that kind of person too, man, where character means everything. When you show that you have beauty in here, it radiates outwards. And I don't want anybody to ever forget that. 100%. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. Heather Ann said, my 14-year-old son digs your reads. He says you're not a bad looking man because you're too cool. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to your son. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get back to it. We're going to hop on into, we did our fire already and water. So let's get on into, or no, we didn't do our fire yet. We're getting into fire now. Let's take a look here at Sagittarius. All right, guys, let's see what's up. What insight and information is showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign is Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus coming on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be going on here, everybody, for the zodiac sign of Saggy? Moving on into the next 24. Sagittarius, I can't put my finger on your energy, but it's weird, man. Not saying you're weird, but the vibe's a little weird. Let's get on into it. What's going on here, Sagittarius? Overall energy for you, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Looking at the current energy, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. 8 of Swords, looking at the outcome, 6 of Swords. I feel like a numbness, not physically, but emotionally, coming off of your energy. The moment that I tapped into it, it felt very emotionally numb. 10 of Pentacles reversed. It feels like things are falling apart. I don't feel like I can do anything about it. Knight of Pentacles reversed. I'm definitely stuck inside my head in this situation, but inevitably, it'll pass. I think you're at a point where you're like, I know things will get better eventually, but I'm so tired of things not being where I want them to be, to the point where I'm beginning to not care. I'm beginning to check out. I'm beginning to just let go and say it is what it is. Now, I want you to remember that your emotions are there as a guide. When you don't like something, your emotions tell you, so that you can be motivated enough to do something about the things you don't like, so that you can find pleasant energies and happiness. When we start to detach emotionally, sometimes what can be a result of that is a unhappy acceptance of staying where we are. When we get numb, what happens when we stop listening to our emotions is we hope for the day things will change, but we accept where we are. Because by avoiding what we feel emotionally, we find a contentment in the void. And coming from a person who understands this energy, because I've been there, I'm here to tell you guys, feeling like shit is so much better than feeling nothing at all. Because when you feel like shit, you want to do something to stop feeling that way, right? When you feel like shit, you're motivated to feel better. When you're unhappy, you're motivated to be happy. When you're angry, you're motivated to be peaceful. When you're sad, you're motivated to smile, right? There's always a motivating factor that comes into play with what we feel emotionally, and our emotions are always telling us something. They're not there to hurt us, they're not there to drag us down, but they're there to tell us, hey, something's wrong, we need to make it better. So for any Sagittarians that are watching, and this might not be your story, if you're all swell and, doing great, I'm happy for you. But if this is your story, I want to tell you that this emotional numbness you're experiencing, this hope for things to get better eventually, it's not helping you. Being in that energy of being checked out isn't going to help you thrive and move forward, but it is going to be something that's going to involuntarily keep you stuck. You got to let those emotions in, baby. You got to feel, even if they feel like shit. Even if it's sadness, and a lot of sadness at that, you got to let it in. If it's a lot of anger, you got to let it in. Because at the end of the day, whatever you're feeling is what lets you know you're alive. Feeling is what lets you know that you have the ability to change your circumstances. Feelings are what tell you what's wrong and how to make it better. But the more that we detach from that, the more we involuntarily stay stuck, So for any Sagittarian peeps who are watching, I hope it makes sense what I'm saying, but try to reconnect with yourself, man. Because the more that you keep on letting go here, the more you keep on emotionally checking out, the more you're going to be in that energy saying, yeah, one day things will change, but that day is only ever going to come when you decide to make a change happen. Life will go on with or without you, but you got to be willing to be the person to take the action to make the change. And if your emotions can be a motivator, fantastic. But if there's no emotions to motivate you, then you're staying exactly where you are. So this is the time here where I want to tell you, wake up your feelings, wake up your emotions, let them come in. It may be intense, it may suck, it may fucking hurt, but it's exactly what you need in order to process, heal, let go, and be motivated to make things better. All right, Saggy, a bit of an intense reading. Like I said, it might not be your story. If it is, though, I get you. If not, no worries, but thank you for tuning in here anyhow. I know it could hurt, man, but let those feelings in because they're going to help guide you to such a better place rather than being in a space of detachment. All right, Saggy, I love you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, and thank you for tuning on in, okay? All right, everybody, all of our fire is done, water is done, and air is done. Our last but not least zodiac for tonight is going to be Taurus. We'll be getting into you guys shortly, okay? But we'll go ahead and take a look here soon. Faith, Action, Bravery, what's up? How are you? He said, such a Sagittarian move. Come on, Sag, you can do it. Choose to grow. For sure. For sure. Red Sky, what's up? You said, well said, Anthony. It's a bit hard, but a good message. For sure. Absolutely. It's definitely a hard thing to accept, It's hard sometimes to get out of that energy of emotional numbness. It really is difficult. I understand that. I've been there in and out a lot in my life. But emotions are what make us human, and they're what make us alive, They're what make us feel alive. So we got to remember that our emotions, as much as they may feel like a burden or a curse, they're not. They're indicators always to how we can better ourselves and better our circumstances. So keep that in mind, everybody. Emotions are not your enemy, but they are your friend. And they're gonna be exactly what helps you out. So something to keep in mind, man. Something to keep in mind indeed, okay? All right, though, guys. Taurus, you're coming up next. So let's take a look at you. And hopefully we're looking at some fantastic stuff, okay? Let's take a look here, everybody. What insight and information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of the Bull Gang, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on in to the next 24 hours. What's going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Team Taurus? Coming on into tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Taurus, what do we got going on here for ya? Overall energy for you, hello, is going to be the Sun card. I love it. You could be connecting here possibly with a Leo for a few of you. Showing up in the current energy, the Hermit. Looking at what you're dealing with, the Ace of Wands, and having a look here at the outcome, Team Taurus, is going to be the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, I feel like solitude has been much needed for you. It seems like you're in a very, very high vibrational energy the more you have put yourself in a space of solitude. I feel like you've needed some alone time to rejuvenate, to cool off, to decompress, to do whatever you need to do to get yourself right again, you know? So I feel like alone time has been serving you well. Maybe some of you guys spent the weekend just doing you, right? Taking a break from friends and family and just enjoying yourself and enjoying the company of you. But I think that, once again, solitude has just been something that's been incredibly healing, you know? Looking at what you're dealing with, Ace of Wands, I feel like I've finally had time to enjoy myself again. I feel like I have finally had time to be in the energy where I can do what I want because I'm not worrying about X, Y, and Z, you know? So I feel like you guys have been giving yourself more and more time to enjoy your solitude and enjoy your company of your own self. And it's been an incredibly healing experience. It's put you in a very high vibrational energy, you know? Looking at the outcome here, Six of Pentacles, I feel reset, I feel refreshed, and I feel ready to go. So one thing I will say is Taurians and water signs as well really do cherish alone time, and a lot of people do. Even you know, depending upon the signs I mentioned, a lot of people cherish alone time because when you are in your own energy, it's not being influenced by other people or other situations. It's just you being with you, you know, and that's a very powerful thing. And it's great sometimes because being around a lot of other energies can be incredibly draining. And I feel like lately you've just been removing yourself from the draining energies and just been enjoying the peace of mind of being with you and being in your own company. And I feel like, once again, it's been a great mood booster for you, but it's also been a great reset for you that you feel like you have genuinely fucking needed. Okay? So for any Taurians who are watching, I think that you're at a point where you feel good, man. You've taken the time off away from people and draining situations, and you've been sitting in your solitude, and you've been finding peace in it, and you've been finding positivity in it, and you've been feeling great. And if you need a little more alone time and a little more solitude, don't hesitate to take that. I think everybody deserves time off and time away from everybody else and time to just enjoy the company they have with themselves. It can be a very healing experience. So Taurus, the message here is just saying you're doing good on your own right now, and if that's the path you need to continue to stick on, there's nothing wrong with that. When you feel ready to be a little more social, or when you feel ready to be, you know, investing in other people, that's fine. But if you need to stay on your own for a little bit longer, there's no worries and no problems there. If that's what's putting you in a place of peace right now, all the more power to you. Okay? I love that for you, Taurus. I'm glad to see you in a pretty positive space here, and I'm glad you're enjoying your solitude, man. Listen, if a person cannot enjoy the company of their own selves, how can they enjoy being in the company of other people? It's the same premise as, how can you not love yourself but love other people? You must love yourself to know how to love another. Same premise there with you must be able to enjoy your own company to enjoy the company of others. So I definitely feel like solitude has been serving you well, and I'm very, very happy to see it. Okay? Beautiful, Team Taurus. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in here anyhow. Shout out to my bull gang. Glad to see you in a happy space. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Taurus, for stopping on by. All right? All right, though, baby. With that all being said, I just want to say here real quickly, guys, thank you for coming out here to today's daily reading. Much love and appreciation to all of you. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, hit that like button. Helps out a lot more than you guys know. If you're new here, come on down and subscribe. I'd be happy to have you, and I would love to introduce you here into our ever-growing and beautiful soul family, so hit that sub button if you're new. I do want to say, guys, thank you everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed your messages today. Thank you everybody who sent in donations. Those help out a lot more than you know, so I appreciate your kindness. And of course, thank you to all the soul family members, all the moderators, all the members, everybody here. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you so much for your beautiful and amazing energy. I really appreciate you guys more than you know, okay? All right, though, guys. Happy Monday. Hope your weekend was well. Set some intentions for an awesome week this week. And without further ado, I am going to go ahead and get some rest. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.